Hello, I'm Hayden, author of Conscious Choosing for Flow, Transforming Conflict into Creativity. And since April is Conflict Awareness Month in the workplace, we thought we'd bring some distinction about conflict and how to address it. So the first distinction we want to talk about is conflict comes in two flavors. First, destructive, and we all know about the destructive conflict that happens and the fallout, but the other can be creative. Sometimes conflict can be a catalyst for creativity, and one of the sayings we have you stayed with the conflict long enough to learn what it came there to teach you? Conflict arises because we have different ideas, different thoughts, different perspectives, and if we stay with it long enough, there's usually a learning there that we can take away and approach the situations differently in the future. So if someone, and there's a range of conflict from just disrespect or avoidance all the way to bullying and harassment and mental anguish. There's a continuum there of conflict. So whenever you think it's destructive, that's the time to stop and address the conflict and ask a question. What's this really about, and what can we learn from this that's going to make us better, rather than just avoiding it and running off and going doing something else and then holding these negative thoughts in our head about these other people. Most of the time, people don't stop and address it with the person. Instead, they run off and make a bunch of meanings in their head, and it affects the rest of their life and certainly their relationship with the other person. So if you want to turn the destructive conflict into creative conflict, stop, talk about the person, and ask a question. What can we learn from this, or what can we do differently so we don't have this conflict? And then collaborate with that person to create something different.